Hi there, Danae here. I wanted to give you a little pep talk before we get started. So I'm going to start by reading one of my favorite quotes. Maybe you've heard it before. If you have, listen again and reflect on it because I think it's so important. In your family, strive to be the thermostat rather than the thermometer. The thermostat sets the temperature and the thermometer merely reacts to it. As parents, we're setting the tone for the rest of our house. So it's important that we do our best to be our best and to set a tone that is calm and balanced. And that's why we're here. Not only are we going to do this for ourselves, but we're going to do it for our partners and we're doing it for our kids. So sit with that quote and reflect on it. I'll tell you that I started decluttering in my house and with all the stuff, the physical stuff, and things felt so much lighter. My life and my house felt lighter, but my brain was still really busy. And I remember one day, I remember exactly where I was. I stopped myself in my tracks and I said, What is it that feels so overwhelming? What is it that has to be done right now that I'm running around like crazy to get done? And sure enough, there really wasn't anything that had to be done right then at that moment. What was happening was that I was having this generalized feeling of overwhelm that was coming not only from my to-do list, but from my fears and from my worries and from my plans and all of the other thing in my brain that gets all mushed together. So I knew I wanted to get to the bottom of it. And the truth is that every single one of us faces stress and overwhelm. We know that it's there, but we rarely stop to actually take care of it. I kind of picture it to be like having a spare bedroom where you just throw all the crap and you close the door, you lock the door and throw out the key when people are visiting. You want to pretend like it's not there, but it keeps piling up and piling up. And eventually we need to address it. So here's what we're going to do in the mental unload. So we are going to get off autopilot and we're going to put on the brakes. We're going to take a closer look at what's going on inside of our heads, and it might be a little bit scary. So in the process, we're going to be building awareness of what exactly is stressing us out. Then we'll understand what type of coping methods that we're currently using and how we can improve those coping methods to improve our well-being and our relationships. And then lastly, we're going to start making some big mindset changes and some small ones too. So this is how it's going to be done. So I've developed this 4-step process, and it's a process that you can use over and over again. And I have done it myself, and I have many participants who have reported to me that every time they do it, it gets easier. So in step 1, we make it visible. We figure out exactly what's going on in our brains. We put it down on paper. In step 2, we start to understand it. We start to make sense of it. In step 3, we reduce it. We figure out how we can delegate and how we can eliminate pieces of our mental load. And step 4, we decide how we're going to maintain it. Because once we've unloaded and got rid of all the stuff we don't need anymore, we're going to have to fill it back up with the things that lift us up. So this process is one that you can use time and time again as overwhelm starts to creep up. But you will notice it gets easier. I promise you that. So here's what I need from you. I need you to come with an open mind, be open to making these mindset changes, both big and small, and I need you to be willing to do the work because even though this isn't going to be super time consuming, it's not easy. Actually, you might run to your closet and be like, I'm done decluttering my brain. I think I'm ready to declutter the shoes now because clearing up our physical clutter is a heck of a lot easier than clearing up our mental clutter. So read the rules, buy some note cards, have a printer handy because you are going to be printing some worksheets, and give me a week. And we are going to make some big changes. I'm so excited to have you here, and I will chat with you soon.